and welcome to the city of Fuzhou, the capital of Fujian province on the southeastern coast of China. A city dating back more than 2,000 years, Fuzhou is well known for its historic and cultural past, much of which is still evident today. We're at the Haisha Olympic Sports Centre for finals day at the 29th China Open, and this year the Tahoe China Open is the 11th event on the 12-tournament MetLife BWF World Superseries. Not only the penultimate event of the year, but also the 5th of 5 premier events, an even higher tier of tournament within the Super Series. So the 12 tournaments plus the end-of-year finale, the Super Series finals, and the destination once again is Dubai. Well, as I say, it is finals day and all 5 finals for you this afternoon, and we're starting with women's singles. And Akane Yamaguchi, beaten finalist here 3 years ago in her 3rd consecutive Super Series tournament final this year. She's up against the qualifier, Gao Fangjie. Then it's men's doubles, and it's a repeat of last year's final, the only final featuring the number 1 and 2 seeds. The defending champions, Gideon and Sukamolio, in their 7th Super Series tournament final this year. They're up against Bo and Mogensen. The 2-time former champions today appearing in their 30th Super Series tournament final, their 5th here in China. Then it's women's doubles and a Korean pair in only their 2nd tournament together, Kim Hae-rin and last year's champion Lee So-hee. She's appearing in her 6th Super Series tournament final this year with her 3rd different partner. They're up against the reigning world champions Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan. Then it's mixed doubles and 2 very new pairings, Sheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong, 2 players who are currently ranked number 1 and 2 in the world with their former partners. They're up against Matthias Christiansen and Christina Pedersen, who's today appearing in her 4th mixed doubles final here, but she's looking for her 1st ever title at the China Open. Then we finish with men's singles, and it's Victor Axelsen, the newly crowned world champion and current world number 1, up against the former world champion and former world number 1, of course the current Olympic champion, Chen Long of China. He's in his 7th final here at the China Open in 8 years. That's an incredible record. Well, with the end-of-year Super Series finals taking place next month, of course the race to qualify for those finals is on. There's only 1 tournament left after this. Akane Yamaguchi, who's in today's final, well, she's already qualified. In fact, the top 7 on that list have already qualified. The only player in doubt is the number 8, Hebing Jiao. Could be overtaken by her teammate Chen Yufei, but it would need Chen Yufei to reach the final next week in Hong Kong. So it is still open in the women's singles, just that 1 final qualifying place. Well, as far as the women's singles draw is concerned, by quarter-final stage we had 6 different nations, 3 Chinese players and 6 seeds and 2 qualifiers. By semi-final stage, 4 different nations. And it's the 8th time it's happened this year in the women's singles at Super Series events that we've had 4 different nations involved. And that is a record as far as Super Series is concerned. The previous maximum was 7 times in 1 calendar year that we had 4 different nations involved in semi-final stage. Well, the countdown is on. And the home player, the qualifier, Gao Fangjie, comes into the arena. What a moment for her. It's only her 4th ever Super Series tournament. And prior to this week in Fuzhou, she'd never gone beyond the 1st round. Extraordinary story. Well, for her opponents, this is becoming a regular habit, finals of Super Series tournaments. It's her 3rd consecutive, having reached the final in the Denmark Premier, and then a week later in Paris in the French Super Series. Also this year, she reached the final of the Australian Open. So this is her 4th Super Series tournament final this year, but her 3rd consecutive. Well, she makes her way onto courts I'm Jill Clark, delighted to welcome once again Steen Peterson. And this is an extraordinary story for Gao Fangjie, the qualifier in only her 4th ever Super Series tournament through to the final.
Fantastic tournament for her on home soil here, beating very, very strong players, Olympic gold and silver medalist in the previous 2 matches. It's going to be really interesting to see what she can do.
That side, serve or receive.
Christian Johannesson of Denmark is the umpire and the toss of the coin, his first duty. She did actually officially beat all 3 Olympic medalists, because in the first round she beat Nozomi Okuhara, who only played 1 point before retiring. So it really is a wonderful achievement by Gao Fangjie. Now, given the fact that this is only her 4th Super Series tournament, that statistic is not altogether surprising, is it? First ever meeting between the 2 players. Akane Yamaguchi, well, she is 20 years of age, and as I was telling you, she was in the final here 3 years ago when she was promoted from the qualifying draw due to a withdrawal in the main draw, and then lost in the final to Saina Nehwal, making her 4th consecutive appearance here at the China Open. And as you can see, it was a repeat of that 2014 final in the 2nd round, when she this time beat the lady who beat her in that final. Had a qualifier in the quarterfinal, Ji Shiting, and then in the semi-final, the beaten finalist from 5 years ago, Ratchanuk Intanon. So all of her matches in 2 straight games. There's her coaches. And for Akane Yamaguchi, today is her 9th Super Series tournament final in total. Her opponents, Gao Fangjie, is 19 years of age, born in Nanjing in Jiangsu province, and of course Nanjing will host next year's World Championships. 178, that's 5'10", and her world ranking, well, last week went up 21 places to 89. What it's going to do this week, I'm not quite sure. It will shoot up again. So, as we were telling you, she has come through the qualifying, which means that she has played 1 extra match than her opponents, and as you can see, Nozomi Okuhara retired. We knew that she was injured. She obviously felt she wasn't really fit to play. In the 2nd round, it was the bronze medalist from this year's Asian Championships quarterfinal against last year's champion here at the China Open, the Olympic silver medalist and the World Championship silver medalist, Pusala Venkata Sindhu. And yesterday, in the semi-final, beat the Olympic champion, Carolina Marin. So quite extraordinarily, as a qualifier, not only in the final, but through to the final, beating 3 seeds, the 3 Olympic medalists, and not dropping a game throughout the tournament so far. Well, the last qualifier to get through to a women's singles Super Series tournament final was Nozomi Okuhara in the Hong Kong Open of 2014, where she lost to Tai Su Ying. The only qualifier ever to win a women's singles Super Series title is this lady's opponent, Akane Yamaguchi. Akane Yamaguchi, of course, won her first Super Series title at the Japan Open as a qualifier in 2013, and in doing so became the youngest ever winner of a Super Series title.
Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. And on my left, Gao Fangjie, China. Akane Yamaguchi to serve. Level. Play.
Well, 3 consecutive Super Series tournament finals for Akane Yamaguchi. 4th this year. But the big question in my mind, Steen, is how the qualifier is going to cope with this, because this is quite clearly the biggest match of her career.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see, and I guess when she saw the draw here, saw Nozomi Okuhara in the first round, she didn't look much further from the beginning. But what a tournament she's played, and what really is interesting is to see whether she's sort of the new hope for China.
Well, last year she won a bronze medal at the Asian Junior Championships, losing that semi-final to Gregoria Mariska Tungjung, who's just been crowned the new World Junior Champion. But in last year's World Junior Championships in Bilbao, Gao Fangjie lost in the quarter-final stage. We tend nowadays, I mean, world badminton, including Akane Yamaguchi in the women's singles discipline, is littered with former World Junior Champions or medalists from the World Junior Championships, and therefore this lady we're looking at right now has sort of been below the radar.
She has, and I won't say I'm surprised by it. I just didn't know who it was going to be, but I was certain that when we saw this change in coaching with the Chinese team, with Jiang Ning back, I was certain that something would happen. She, in my opinion, proved her worth by helping Chen Yufei to a World Championship bronze medal, and I'm not even sure that she's coaching Gao Fangjie in the daily practice. I don't know about that. It could also be one of the assistant coaches, but from what I've seen from her games so far, she's looked very, very solid. It's up to Yamaguchi to find some gaps and exploit them.
4-3.
Of course, the beginning of the match, very important. Can she continue her good run? Can she get that little self-confidence that this is going to continue? It's going to be a fairy tale, or is the pressure of the situation going to dawn on her and she's about to win the China Open?
4-all.
Oh my goodness. Oh! That is delightful. Oh, well, there we go. Zhao Yunlei, isn't it? Former world and Olympic champion. In both women's doubles and mixed doubles.
Service over. 5-all.
Well, no player from Japan has ever won a title here in the 28 previous China Opens. Just wide. And that's across all 5 disciplines.
6-5.
Okuhara, reigning world champion, still here in Fuzhou.
Oh, magnificent shot.
Service over. 6-all.
Well, China have, all Chinese players have always been very dominant at their home event here. In the previous 28 China Opens, only 4 times has the women's singles been won by a player that hasn't come from the host nation. Just wide.
Seven, 6. Service over. 7-all.
Oh, good net shot. Yeah, forced the short lift and a lovely smash from Yamaguchi. Not the steepest of smashes, but right into the deep forehand corner.
Yeah, they can sometimes be very, very difficult to defend, the long smashes. Simply not the timing that you practice. Good shot.
Well, just asks the umpire for the court to be mopped. Gao Fangjie.
Nine, 7.
That's a lovely little net shot she's got disguised on the backhand side.
10-7.
Oh, there's another perfect net shot from Akane Yamaguchi. And she goes to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Perfect.
然后你自己的后场当中抢起来，该重杀点杀点杀，该重杀可以重杀，不要太保守，好像就点杀就防啊太多了，不够积极啊。
That's the coach you were talking about, Steve. Zhang Ning, she won the women's singles title here 3 times.
整个的脚上面再积极点，包括后场，你抢起来，到位以后再打，对，仰着啪，点杀重杀结合啊，挺好，敢于多拍，敢于跟他斗啊，就。
She came up, Zhang Ning herself, with a really, really strong batch of Chinese players, and wasn't the dominant one in the beginning, but ended up the most accomplished one with 2 Olympic gold medals. That's well played.
That's a super shot. Well, Yamaguchi is challenging. First challenge of finals day. Oh, from where we're sitting, it looked good. But what does Hawkeye say? Oof. No, well done, line judge.
Service over. 8-11. Right.
that rally was played, I think we're going to see more of that, more pressure from Gao Fangjie on the backcourt of Akane Yamaguchi.
12-8.
She's got lovely skills, hasn't she? I know she made an error there, but
Gao Fangjie.
yeah,
I think from what we've seen already, we can definitely say that we're going to hear more of her good technical skills. She can attack. She's got deceptions, good defense. We've seen that the previous days. Good stature. So she's going to be in it for the long run, I think.
Yeah.
14-8.
It's amazing that she hasn't been playing more tournaments this year. This is only her 6th tournament of the year, and the 3rd in China. And she was semi-finalist at the China Masters Grand Prix Gold. Played the China International Challenger event as well. And she really hasn't had much exposure to international badminton.
It's over. 9-14.
And this really is a crucial time for any player, the transition from junior to senior. Who is going to some flashlight on the court there. Who's going to end up the best player when everybody's got same practice possibilities, when everybody is fully grown physically and so on.
Yeah.
And a lot of changes can happen there, and
15.
just suddenly it all comes together. The right break. Who knows if Okuhara had been at full strength, maybe she wouldn't have got past the first round there. We wouldn't have noticed her. She wouldn't have gotten this kind of confidence that she's got now. So you got to position yourself to be at the right time at the right place.
Yeah, and to grab those chances when they present themselves. Oh, good guess on the defence there from Yamaguchi.
16-9.
Yeah, just proving your theory there and your point. I mean, Carolina Marin didn't actually win the World Junior Championships, but she's been 2-time World Champion and current Olympic champion. Missed it.
There was a tennis manager, a coach who once said, "Don't mistake early results with talent." Early results are fairly easily obtainable by just practicing more than your opponents, but when everybody has the same opportunities over time, we get a clearer picture.
That's a super backhand.
18-9.
3 points away from this opening game.
Not the start that she dreamt of, Gao Fangjie, and there's at least two possible explanations. One is that the situation has gotten to her. The other one is that she now faces a player with much more deception in her game than she's been used to previously in the tournament.
Oh, fault called. Oh, well, he called a fault.
10.
Was that because Akane Yamaguchi?
Yeah, she blocked the shot.
Right.
Tried to block the shot, preventing. She can protect her head, but she cannot try to prevent the opponent from finishing her shot. And you remember from previous matches that you're actually allowed to finish your shot on the opponent's side of the court as long as you hit your first contact with the shuttle is on your own side.
Oh, that's perfect. Right into the corner. Couldn't have walked over there and placed it any better. What a nice way to bring up game point opportunities.
Game point 11.
Oh. She addresses the shuttle early at the front of the court. I like that.
Very nice touch. Doesn't make it harder than it is. Just guide it over.
Yeah.
Good shot.
That's terrific.
And that's where we can see that she has both the straight and the cross shot.
13.
Charles Wanzhe, head coach for the singles players in China, on the left as we looked at them. That's gone long. Opening game to the number 5 seed Akane Yamaguchi. 21-13 in 17 minutes. Oh, it was the spurt in the midway through that game that really made the difference. There's confirmation. 21-13. Was 6-7 down was Yamaguchi before going 19-9 up.
给他有点弧度的，然后他打给你的时候，这时候你再冲，他很高定再去转低会比较，也比较舒服。不要一味的去攻，他都在防你的球，明白了啊？你这两点上自己稍微注意点，往前也是重复底线以后，注意他的吊顶快攻完了跟网，这个注意就行，好吧啊？然后多打一点对角线路，其实你的那个杀球，如果你啪劈个对角，效果比你那个杀实线可能会好一点啊。
气不能下啊！第一输盘，第二局要有信心拿回来啊！这是第一个。第二个，你的防守的时候，要脚没出去，你够，所以他上来很快，你要能过去，看着他那个直线，主要他还是直线多，能过去再勾挡中路、挡圆网都可以，没问题。所以脚自己的脚动起来，那个节奏才对得上去，节奏对上去，速度就起来了啊！再放开一点啊！多给一点后者还是啊！加油啊！
Lots of information to Gao Fangjie. There's Zhao Yunlei again. It's also one of the things that Gao Fangjie probably has had to cope with since her win yesterday in the semi-finals. An increased attention around her person, probably media who wants to comment on how she's done it and how it feels and everything. At the same time as she's trying to prepare for the final.
1 love.
Yeah. shot. I like that shot. Fantastic. It's easy. It doesn't cost you any energy at all, and it's very, very efficient. Playing a lot of cross shots now, Gao Fangjie. It's important for the opponent not to get stuck in that and just return the cross shots with straight shots, because you know, a little bit of a disadvantage.
3, 2.
She played well in that rally as well, Gao Fangjie.
3-all.
But we must also remember to praise Akane Yamaguchi, because she's getting a lot of shots back, and a lot of shots back with quality. Yeah. Oi, a little deception there.
4.
Yeah,
3.
yeah. She's played a fantastic tournament. I thought the first match that we saw her in was against Saina Neval, and I thought she looked a little bit off her best, but she certainly has developed her game since then.
5-3.
Yeah. No.
6-3。
没事没事，改完后场注意防守啊，注意先防掉啊，先防掉。
She's troubling, but she's not. It's not decisive, and if she's a little bit weak, oh, I'm answering something where that might not have gone through air, but the thing was that Akane Yamaguchi has done really well in surviving the first wave of pressure, so to speak, from Gao Fangjie.
Well, the run of points comes to an end, but 5 straight points. That was for Yamaguchi. Oh yes, that's amazing.
And compared to, for instance, Chen Yufei, whom I think up until now has been the most promising Chinese player, Gao Fangjie has some attacking shots that are going to make life difficult for some of the other top players in the women's singles. And that's shots that Chen Yufei has, but not as sharp as Gao Fangjie as I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more impressed with her every rally that she plays.
Service over.
She really has got lovely skills and
对
great
的啊，先
deception.
打进去为主啊，脚步再跟上一点。
耐心。
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
Service over.
And she just missed one.
7,
Exactly the same shot.
8.
So just try it again, but do it a little bit better.
Service over.
不要急着
I
都
like the
飞在
fact
两
that
个底
she's
线
prepared to
啊。
go for these shots, though, and as you've just pointed out, she made an error with the forehand cross-court net shot just prior to that, and she adjusts, she readjusts, makes it count.
But it also sort of implicates a story
Service over.
as to why we haven't really heard of her or seen her so far, because there's a lot of really good technical elements that has come together at the same time. Ren Junhui, the gentleman to the left there. That's a good rally. Perfect.
Service over.
So wow,
9,
clever.
all.
That's a good clear. Well worked rally by Yamaguchi.
It's really high quality badminton we're seeing right now.
So to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage, Yamaguchi, having already won the opening game. No, it really is terribly difficult to make out who some of these people in the crowd are. We're doing our best.
She's just continuing her great display in this tournament, Yamaguchi.
例えばクロスクリア1チームでは
Maybe sometimes we don't praise her enough, because it's so interesting with this qualifier that we haven't really seen before at this stage, Gao Fangjie, but Yamaguchi is matching her, and so far she's been the only one in this tournament that has been able to do that.
Play.
观众朋友们，稍后下午2点钟，将在本场馆2楼嘉年华区域的胜利区域进行运动员的牵手互动活动，欢迎大家参加。
12-9.
Didn't really commit to that, was a little bit on her way back, hitting the shot goal.
Well, it was midway through the opening game that Yamaguchi made her move.
Yeah. I would be a little bit concerned if I were the Chinese coaches, whether I've tried to convey too much information that you might have interfered with the concentration. Of course, all done in good faith, because they want to help her as much as possible.
Yeah. Good intentions, but has it had the desired effect? It's 5 straight points now for Yamaguchi. Six straight points.
15.
And Park Jubong
9.
and Choi Sun-bun. Absolutely delighted with this little run at the moment. That was very, very good length on that push from Gao Fangjie.
And I'm sitting with the feeling, oh, Yamaguchi, she made a mistake. It never occurs to me during this match that she's not going to get it over and it's not going to be in bounds inside the lines. I mean, it just looks so natural.
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness! Oh goodness! Is she all right? Yeah, I think she just tripped. Yeah, her coaches don't look too concerned. I think she just lost her balance.
Yeah.
Oh, I never like to see a player go down like that. Oh, it seemed to amuse her teammates.
They're smiling. They've seen it a lot in practice.
Oh yes, her right foot just slipped away from her as she tried to change direction.
11.
But she's fine,
15.
thank goodness.
Let's see how it affects her, because one thing is the physical fitness, but sometimes it sort of affects you psychologically. It's a good call.
Yeah. Oh, there's challenge.
Gao Fangjie challenges, called out.
Well, I suppose if she feels this is the crucial stage. Oh, yes, that was out. What a good judgment there from Akane Yamaguchi. Yeah, it was close enough to ask Hawkeye to confirm things. And it also gives time for her coaches to give a little bit of advice. Well, Hawkeye says it was in. Well, that is absolutely extraordinary.
12, 15. Play. 17-15.
That could be a game changer.
Yeah, it could. Well, it clearly looked long on the replay, didn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised. Fantastic rally, this one. Another challenge.
Yeah.
Gao Fangjie challenges called out.
Well, again, I thought that was out, but I'll reserve judgment now.
Yeah. Much harder angle to see from.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
熬得住啊，谁有力啊？你有这个能力了啊，这个节奏也出来了啊，很好啊。
16-13, play.
Well, time is running out for the qualifier.
13.
Gao Fangjie. Wide. Yeah. 5-point cushion again for the number 5 seed, Akane Yamaguchi.
We mentioned it before, but it's a healthy women's singles situation in Japan when the world champion is sitting outside and you have another player playing like this.
Yeah. And we shouldn't forget that another Japanese player has also won a Super Series this year.
It's Kasato.
That's correct.
Amazing.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
It's the time where if you're a little bit nervous as a Chinese player, you could loosen up now because it seems like everything was about to be lost. But play your last chance.
Yeah, listen to the fans now. And that's a help as well.
Yeah. Interesting with his serve. I think she's borrowed it from Li Shuirui. Looks exactly the same.
Yes.
And that's what's so likable about Gao Fangjie, that she's trying to do things the easiest way, technical-wise.
Yeah.
Why not do that? Why not do exactly that?
Li Shuirui, of course, was the 2012 Olympic champion. Yeah, she just ran out of leg speed there. So Akane Yamaguchi just 2 points away from her first Super Series title this year.
And it would be without dropping again if she succeeds. I don't know, I can't remember the scoreline. You've got the scores from all the previous matches, Jill, haven't you?
15.
Most per game was 19.
Yeah.
Scored against her. And that was the other qualifier in the quarter-final. Ji Shuting. Match points have arrived.
20, match point.
5
15.
match point opportunities for the number 5 seed, Akane Yamaguchi. Only needed the one. 21-13, 21-15. The margin of her victory in 41 minutes. And for Akane Yamaguchi, her first Super Series title of the year in her 4th final. It's actually her 2nd title of the year because she also won the German Grand Prix Gold. But for this lady, in total, it's a 4th Super Series title during her young career so far. Well, a very good tournament throughout for Akane Yamaguchi. The final, 21-13, 21-15 against the qualifier, Gao Fangjie.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Tahoe China Open 2017, part of MetLife BWF World Superseries premiere. The victory cup women's singles awarding ceremony will start shortly. Please welcome the winners.
So to the prize presentation for the women's singles, and you can really see the height difference between the two players there, can't you?
Runner is Gao Fangjie from China.
Gao Fangjie from China, coming all the way through the qualifying event Never previously beyond the first round of a Super Series. What a tournament she has had.
Winner is Akane Yamaguchi from Japan.
Akane Yamaguchi in her 4th Super Series tournament final of the year. Takes her first title of 2017 at Super Series level. The 3rd consecutive final at Super Series events, having been beaten in the final of Denmark and then the French Open in Paris a week later. China Open, the next event after Paris. What an achievement for this 20-year-old. It's a 4th Super Series title during her career.
Jiangsu Victory Sports Company will be presented by General Manager Chen Shuyuan. CWF United MetLife Insurance Company Fujian branch will be presented by General Manager Frank Zhang.
有请颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员合影留念。
It's protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the World Ceremony for Winter Cup Women's Singles.
So after the women's singles, we turn our attention to men's doubles, and it's a repeat of last year's final. The defending champions, Gideon and Sukamolio, in their 7th Super Series tournament final this year, are up against the 2-time former champions, Bo and Mogensen, in their 5th final here at the China Open. Now, after this week here in China, Boa Mogensen will go to number 2 on the Super Series standings, so that in a way is perhaps irrelevant, so it means that the Indonesians and the Danes will get seeded positions at the Super Series finals as we look at our draw for the men's doubles from quarter-final stage. 5 different nations involved, 2 Chinese, 2 Indonesian and 2 Danish pairs at the quarter-final. The 2 Indonesian pairs made it through to the semi-final, and it's the 4th time this year that we've had 2 Indonesian pairs in semi-finals of men's doubles, but it is the only final to date with the number 1 and 2 seeds. Let me tell you a bit more about the Super Series standings, because Boa Mogensen, as I say, will go to number 2, which means that they should be seeded number 2 at the Super Series finals, the opposite group to Gideon and Sukamuljo. The top 6 on the Super Series standings that we saw a moment ago have all qualified, so there is still room for the last couple of spots at the Super Series finals to be decided. So here come the defending champions, Gideon and Sukamuljo. Well, of their previous 6 Super Series tournament finals, they've won 4 of them. The All England Championships, India,